Hi, everybody. It's good to see you.
Nice to see you. Governor, let me ask you, first of all, Senator-elect, President-elect Obama, former Senator Obama, has decided to have a performance czar, and someone who would actually look over the federal government, the agencies, and try to figure out what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, and improve it. Ohio doesn't have a performance czar, does it? And if it doesn't, tell me, do we need a performance czar for Ohio?
Well, I have been trying as governor to be a performance czar, and I think we have had a government that has become more efficient. We have about 3,000 fewer state employees now than when I became governor. We have been very frugal with the people's money, but there's always a possibility of doing better, and we are trying to continuously improve. We've started instituting the Kaizen process or processes in trying to bring about greater efficiency and to enable our agencies to respond more quickly and more efficiently in terms of permitting and the like. But I believe we can always do better, and I am open to suggestions and criticisms from any individual or any group, whether it comes from the private sector, from associations, or from individuals. But I understand why the president-elect has chosen to do this, because unlike state government, the federal government is not disciplined by having a requirement that the federal budget be in balance. We have a different situation here in Ohio and in most other states. And so we need to improve. We're trying to improve, and we'll continue to try to improve.
Governor, there's a transportation task, lean tax increase 13 cents a gallon, and maybe saying that Ohio should look at increasing license fees, vehicle registration fees.
Yes.
Is this the kind of thing you'd support or not?
Well, I'm looking at that task force. I appointed that task force, and I asked them to think boldly and to use imagination and to be courageous. And they have come back with some proposals, some of which I will likely embrace, others that I will probably not adapt or adopt, certainly not at this time. The gasoline tax increase, I think at this time would not be wise. We are going to have an infusion of infrastructure dollars into our state from the federal government. That's inevitable. It's committed to by leaders of both parties and both houses of Congress. And these are tough times for people, and especially for working people of modest incomes. And I do not think that putting that additional burden at this time would be the wise course of action. That does not mean that I would always hold that position, but these are very, very difficult times, and people are struggling just to meet the basic necessities of caring for their families, paying their bills, and I do not think that that sort of additional tax burden would be wise at this point.
Now, what about some of the smaller fee increases, like paying more when you register a vehicle or when you get your driver's license?
Yes, I certainly will look at those very carefully, and there very well could be some of those decisions made.
Did you hear anything in the President's speech this morning that will help you with your budgeting in Ohio?
Well, I wish there had been more specificity in what we heard this morning, but what I heard was generally encouraging. I am getting information that causes me to believe that there will be some significant help in the stimulus package that will enable the states, Ohio included, to be able to deal with some of our budget difficulties. It will not solve all of our problems, and I don't expect the federal government to solve all of our problems, but I've been saying, and I continue to say, that these are unprecedented circumstances, and that it is appropriate for the federal government to grant some assistance to us, and I think that will happen. And so I was pleased with what the President said. I am looking forward to seeing more meat put on the bones, so to speak, to know exactly what we can expect.
Governor, good to see you today.